got CS Vigneshwar, President at FADA, also joining in on the show right now. Mr. Vigneshwar, good to have you on ET now. Thank you so much for your time. And before I come to how the health of Motown is looking, tell me, will it really get impacted because of China now stalling rare earth metals? Because 90% of the processing is done by one country.
So this reminds me of Rocky Balboa, fighting in the ring. It's like one punch after another, one fall after another, but still Rocky keeps getting up. It's already been 12 rounds, perhaps 15. And I don't know what else is going to come our way to make us fall, but we'll still get back and stand and fight. So that's the state of the industry. I think the larger industry, the government, should have worked some time ago, but it's good time to work right now. They should probably work in a way where they kind of mitigate certain strategic threats in terms of production and availability of rare earths. We really need to do this in a hurry because we can't be held hostage. The whole industry is being held hostage right now. But I'm sure everyone will sort things out. That's how usually things pan out internationally. And we've heard Sam, our counterparts from the manufacturing domain, and also our counterparts from the spare parts domain, ACMA, talk about this to talk about the availability of rare earth materials and magnets and the shortages right now. They talked about shuttering down plants in India if this thing continues by the end of June. Of course, Maruti also came. They are industry leaders. They also came out and spoke about how they are okay for the next couple of months in terms of supplies. But however, we are only talking about a month or two, not beyond that. We can't be held hostage. One is there is a huge amount, millions of us are employed in this industry, whether it is with the spare parts manufacturers, with the OEMs, or at dealerships. We at dealerships, our members alone employ about 5 million people around India. So a lot of it is at stake. We dearly hope that governments of the various countries which India is speaking to can come to terms quickly and our supplies are not disrupted.
Mr. Vigneshwar, but along with that, the companies are also looking forward and trying to get some alternative supplier. But do you believe that given the over-dependence rather on China, there stands a chance that we will be able to find an alternative option to that? And along with that, Mr. Vigneshwar, some sources are also telling our channel that PLI is something that the government may be working on. But do you believe that India can be self-sufficient in terms of the supplies, or maybe there can be a decent start to it?
Nothing can be done overnight. These things take years for the supply chain maturity to come in, and we can't just suddenly dig up rare earth and start refining it. China, although it has 70% of the mining of rare earth, it has 90% of the refining capacity. So all this took decades to build up. I don't think we can do it in a hurry. But we need to do something on a war footing to set our industry on a positive course.
Morning, Mr. Vigneshwar. This is Snehi also joining in the conversation. Let's focus to the numbers that we've seen. And first of all, I want to highlight the contraction that we've seen in the PVs or the passenger vehicle segment. There's been a contraction both on the month-on-month and year-on-year basis when it comes to PVs. What, according to you, should be the plan of action for OEMs now, because there's also an issue of inventory overhang?
The inventory has gone up by a few days. We are calculating anywhere between 50 to 53 days as the inventory levels right now, which is more than double than what we should have to have a healthy inventory, given the margins we make and the costs we incur at dealerships, which makes it very, very thin ice. So we really need to work on this with the manufacturers. We've been requesting the manufacturers to take their stock levels down. It's not happening. They need to do it because it's not healthy. Yes, the PV industry has dropped down by about 3% year on year. The first 12, 15 days in the border districts or the border states of Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Gujarat didn't really, work at all because of the cross-border tensions, we were not able to sell vehicles at all. Customers were not buying. But then over the second half of the month, customers came back to us and there was positive sentiment. Overall, the sentiment is decent. The macroeconomic factors are strong. You have the stock exchange really rebound. You have the interest rates come down. So the overall factors look strong. The inflation also is not too bad. So, but somehow the sentiments still remain a little bit damp. We need to see in the next few quarters how things pan out.
All right. Along with that, Mr. Vigneshwar, just wanted to have a sense on the two-wheeler pack as well, because some companies were also optimistic that in the next couple of months they should bode well to, and backed by a good marriage season sales. So what is that you're picking on ground? How do you see the sales of the two-wheelers going ahead? Can we expect a double-digit growth anytime soon?
The two-wheelers has been doing well, relatively speaking, to what the world is going through, or rest of the auto industry in India is going through. It has grown by about 7% last month, year on year, which is quite decent. Of course, month-on-month figures can be looked at, but it's not as important because the seasonality is where it's important. So year on year, 7% is a good growth. We could go into the double figures because the rural market is showing good growth. The harvests have been good. The monsoons have been good before that. And also the minimum support price has gone up by about 3% for the Rabi crop, so which again is great. So the rural side is looking strong. We are having certain headwinds in the urban side. Generally, banks and financial institutions are a little bit tight with their purse strings in terms of giving loans to customers. So probably the government needs to work with these banks and financial institutions to see why this is happening. We also seen the repo rates drop, and we're probably hoping for a few more drops this year. That would again help in customer sentiment to come and buy vehicles.
Before we let you go, just want to get your outlook for the very near term. What are you expecting these numbers to look like for the month of June? Because while you've said that you're cautiously optimistic in the near term, what is driving this confidence? Because we also have the factor of the June 25 AC cabin regulations that will come into play. Do you believe that this is something that could finally give the leg up to CVs? And what's your view in the near term?
Certainly, there's going to be demand in the CV segment from that point of view. There is also going to be good demand for buses because of the school season and for the college seasons. We're also going to see good traction because the government is revving up its infrastructure projects, which would again help in the CV sector. This month, we've also released for the first time the construction equipment sector. So these two are quite symbiotic in terms of growth. We hope that both the construction equipment industry and also the heavy duty industry of the trucks grow together. Even for cars, we're quite positive about it because there are certain headwinds which have gone away. Yes, there is a lingering thought of that the Operation Sindoor has not come to an end, but the hostilities have certainly done on the border districts and customers are back visiting dealerships. So it is looking strong. Some of our products in the industry are having long waiting lists. So let's see how it pans out. But we're quite positive of the next few months. And there's a small festive season. There's also the issue about good monsoons happening early. So all these things are positives to keep things strong and sentiment is also good for our industry.
Sure, with this, we let you go on that. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us this morning, giving us a sense that what should one really pencil in when it comes to June sales outlook. But with this, viewers, it's now time.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.